Hello, guys. How is everybody?
Hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing?
I'm not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Good.
How's your week been?
Yeah, really busy, to be fair. In fact, we've been kind of messing around, trying to up our audio game. So hopefully everyone will be able to hear what we've been up to.
Hopefully people are going to enjoy the show a little bit better today. No more flickery, crazy green screens. A little bit more, aesthetically pleasing. Let's put it.
100%. I totally agree with you there, mate.
Yeah. So, what have you been up to this week, then?
This week, I've mainly been watching lots and lots of YouTube channels on how to light things up, and as you can see, I've failed. and someone's been doing their homework and done extremely well. So fair play to you, Matt. Tip my hat.
That's all right.
Done a good job.
Well, little trial and error. It seems to work, but to be fair, I did have quite a lot of the equipment left from my photography days, so it's come in handy. Yeah. Cooked anything this week?
No, I haven't. I tried to cook my Scotch eggs again, and that didn't work. So I'm going to be back to Mark 4 now.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What keeps going wrong with them, then, mate?
I'm trying to get a really soft runny yolk, so
right?
you cut it and it just oozes.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I just can't do it. It's really hard. Or I'm finding it really difficult anyway. So.
I think I managed it once. I've done it once, and it was 6 minutes boiled straight into ice water, and then they take the shells off, but they were like delicate, really delicate.
Yeah.
Once I'd got them out, got them in the sausage meat, chucked them on the pit, and they went really well. Still waiting for parts for the what's it called? My new Weber.
All right. So they took
bit of a pain. Well, the company that provided it have taken the claim. They asked me to send me some pictures of their certain bits that were wrong. So I've done that. He said he was going to get it sorted by the end of the weekend, but yeah, we're now fast approaching the weekend, and I don't have the bits to use my lovely 400 quid Premier Weber. So a little annoying, but you know how it is. Looks like the chat's going really well today.
Is it? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of people in already. So we've got some people from Facebook. Guys, don't forget to click on the little link in Facebook and approve to allow Facebook to send us your names. Currently, I'll show you what it shows. There you go. Just says that we're Facebook users. Obviously, you guys can see in the Facebook group, but we can't. I'm afraid. I'm working on a way of being able to show it, but yeah, we're getting there. All trial and error this week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's all a bit experimental. If they only knew what was happening about 2 minutes before we actually went on air. That would be an entertaining video on its own, I should imagine.
Yeah, not half. We were certainly having a little bit of fun with that one, weren't we? So.
Tech drama. So who we got in the chat? We got the Blackstone boys. We've got a Facebook user. Team Insiders UK. Craw Daddy, how you doing? Pickles Barbecue. VA Chicken Off-Road Cooking, how you doing? Lovely to have you back on. We've got Ciders in there. Lep's in there with his great to see you, Lep. Hopefully we won't see you later on for a beer or free. So yeah.
Guys, just for my sanity, can we check that Facebook is live? Because currently it says this live stream is video should start soon. I can't see anything on my devices. We just get like a thumbs up saying we're live on Facebook for the guys that are watching on Facebook.
Check the phone. Anything? Ooh,
Not yet.
We don't want dead air. Let's just keep on talking.
No. Okay. Well, okay. So this week we have Greg, the BBQ Broker, and co-host to BBQ.
Pit life.
There you go. I had a complete mind fart. Oh my word!
You're lucky I'm here, mate.
Yeah. Greg's going mad. No, Greg's in the green room just having a fit. Man, how many times have I watched that? Yes, we are on Facebook. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so let's try this again. This week we have Greg, the BBQ Broker, co-host of BBQ Pit Life Podcast. Let's get him on, guys. Come on. Hi, Greg.
What's up, gentlemen?
Man,
you almost had it right.
That was a massive balls up.
Yeah, you had the right words, just not necessarily in the right order. That's for sure.
No, absolutely all wrong again, isn't it? Pit Life Barbecue. My word.
Pit Life Barbecue. All right. You got it,
rolls off the tongue. Rolls. You see, you give a boy a man's job. He's got all the tech, but if you want all the chat, this is the guy you want to come and see. That's all I'm saying. I can talk. I can't do any. That's about the only thing I can do.
I'll get me coat. Man, I can't believe I brought that.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely beautiful to have you here.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Man.
Cheers, guys.
Just filling my cup now. Hold on a second.
I haven't even had time to fill it. Look, I've got an empty glass and a can of Magners.
So I just got a mere 7.8 local brew. Nothing big.
This week we can actually show what we're drinking for once.
Okay.
There we go. We haven't got this crazy green screens. We've got some cheap strawberry and lime cider.
Nice.
And then I'm going to save the nicer stuff for later. You know, the record.
Cheers, fellas.
So, cheers, guys.
Thanks for coming up, Greg. Appreciate you, mate. You're an absolute lifesaver.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Glad to be here.
Johnny,
what are you guys doing? So what's going down?
Not a huge amount. Like I said earlier, I'm waiting for bits for the barbecue. So it's
cooking today.
I'm still going to use it. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not going to work as well as it should.
you guys got anything on the grills today? Anything on the pit?
Tonight.
Not tonight. No.
I'm getting up.
What time is it? What time is it again? Where you guys are?
It's 10 to 10. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's 20 to 10.
It's 20 to 10. Yeah.
God, okay.
Yeah. So what have you got cooking then, Greg?
Well,
what have you got cooking? Because I can see it's going. So let's talk about it.
I got the kettle going right now. And do you guys see me okay? How's that? Better?
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, cool. So yeah, I got the kettle going. We're just doing some hot and fast tonight. You know, I got some beef teriyaki kebabs, and I got some Chinese style pork on kebabs, and then also some tequila something marinated chicken, all pre-marinated from the grocery store. I didn't feel like getting into the whole thing tonight. I bought some really good stuff that I took camping at Kevin's last week, and everyone seemed to like it. So I just grabbed it for a little hot and fast because tonight I got a long brisket cook ahead of me, about 10 to 12 hours coming up. So I didn't want to do a low and slow today and a low and slow tonight. So I'm doing a hot and fast after I get off with you guys, and I got her just freaking cranking right now, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That sounds
nice. Yeah, it does. Definitely.
That's really tasty.
Yeah.
So let's crack out some of these questions for you.
Yeah, hit me, boys. Let's go.
Obviously, do you want to take the lead, Ryan? Because I'm clearly falling over my words tonight. So go on, hit.
I'd like to take the lead. Unfortunately, I haven't had a piece of paper come through the printer yet. But
I know.
First off, this has been a nightmare. First off, let's let you tell us about yourself, Greg, and what you've been up to and all of your social media activities. Let's get that out of the way to start off with. You are Greg, the BBQ Broker. Tell us about your stuff, man.
Man, What do you want to know about the social, about what I do on social media, or just real life? Like what I'm
Just
man,
the whole
I'm
thing.
just, there's three things that are important to me in life. First is family. You know, I mean, I have two twin boys. They just turned 11, and I have a beautiful 6-year-old daughter. Family first. You know, I do everything revolves around that. Just like all of us, I'm sure. If you have kids or
Yeah.
family, or if you don't have kids, your family in general is that's the nucleus, and everything else kind of revolves around that. And it's debatable right now what second place is. It could either be, is it barbecue or is it real estate? Because I am a licensed real estate broker, hence the BBQ Broker.
Ah.
It's out for debate what's in second place right now. It's been real estate for a really long time. 17 years I've been a full-time realtor.
Yeah.
17 years I've done nothing else but real estate, family. But barbecue is creeping in. It's been creeping in for the past decade, but now it's like it's in.
It's
Grabbed
there.
its claws. The claws are there, you know. And I'm like, it's sucking me in. I don't know what to do. I'm just going with it. I'm just letting it. I'm letting it go. I'm letting my hair down, boys. All this hair,
All of it.
letting it down, you know, and seeing what happens. So that's kind of been what's going on right now. You know, the BBQ Broker thing. You know, that kind of started a few years ago. you know, when you buy a house, I don't know how it is where you guys are, but we have buyer agency here. So the realtor you're working with represents you, and you get close to your clients. You know, you form a bond. I mean, you're helping them buy the largest investment of their lives usually. And I get invited to a lot of housewarming parties. So it's always like, what am I going to bring to this housewarming party? It's like a thing, you know. Anytime you go over someone's house, you know, it's like, you know, everyone brings something. You're like, I want to bring something. If I'm bringing an app, I want it to be the best app. If I'm bringing a dish to be,
oh no, a little bit of technical difficulties from Greg's end.
Good? Are we good?
Yeah, you're back. That's
You
good.
guys got me.
Cool.
All right. So I just got a phone call during that, so I just ended it. Sorry, it was a quick little. Anyway, so I ended up bringing. I said, you know, I'm going to bring a brisket to my next housewarming party, and I did. It, you know, 10, 12-hour cook, and then, you know, it was a hit. You know, everyone was just like going crazy. Like, I've never had a brisket like this. Like, what is this brisket? And you know, so I was talking to some colleagues during lunch one day, telling them about me. You know, hey, I've been bringing briskets to housewarming parties, barbecue, so to speak, and you know, and they were like, "Oh, you're like the barbecue realtor," and I go, "That doesn't really have a ring." I said, "But I do have my broker's license. It's usually a sales agent, then your brokers. There's 2 licenses in real estate, and the broker's the highest one that you can, you know, employ and open up your own if you so choose to." So I have my broker's license. So I said, "So I have my broker's license. Would that make me the barbecue broker?" And they're like, "Hey, that sounds pretty damn good." And I was like, "It does sound good, actually." I'm like, "I'm gonna make a logo." Boom, the barbecue broker was born. And that's kind of how that all happened. So I still, you know, not so much during the COVID stuff, but right up until COVID, I probably brought about 25 or 30 briskets to people's homes during their housewarming parties.
Oh, wow.
And
Nice.
yeah, it's been fun. But and then I met the guys from the New England Pitmasters.
Yeah, tell us about that.
All right. So I used to work at this dude, Brandon Keeley. 15, 18 years ago, I worked with him, some marketing sales job, and we're friends on Facebook years later, you know. And I'm posting on just my regular Facebook page. I'm posting, you know, pictures of all my barbecue cooks. So he hits me up. He's like, yo, he's like, I see all your posts. I love it. He goes, you got a post on the New England Pitmasters page group. I was like, what is this? New England Pitmasters. This sounds phenomenal. I want in. Get me in. What is this? You know? And he's like, my neighbor, his brother-in-law, started the page. He's like, you'd love it. It's just barbecue galore. It's all a bunch of local guys, but then beyond, you know, and I didn't realize how beyond it was until I got in. But we got people all across the country in here in our group. It's a no bullshit, you know, respect each other. Don't rank on each other. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't freaking say it. Just don't say it. All right? Don't say it at all. Just keep it to yourself. If you go on there, you start blasting people, bye-bye, you out. But we've grown big time. So anyway, these guys, you know, I'm now a member. I get in and I stop posting and I'm posting and I just keep posting because I cook and I keep on cooking.
You're a cooking machine, mate. I tell you.
I fucking love it. I cook as much as I can. It's therapy.
How can a guy eat as much brisket as you do and being you're an athletic guy? You know what I mean?
I work out.
Yeah, you must do. You must put in miles, mate. I'm telling you.
Therapy. Barbecue for me is therapy. And the more therapy I have, the more fucked up you know I am. Because you know I'm fucked up.
Nice.
If I have a lot of therapy, and that's basically what barbecue is for me. But I stopped posting a lot on NEP, which is what we call, you know, New England Pitmasters for short. Posted on NEP. Kevin Yor, one of the creators, reached out. He's like, hey man, he's like, love your posts. He's like, you're, you know, engaging in the page. And as we all know, you have a group or a page. You love engagement, you know, just people being involved, not just joining, being involved. And he's like, I want to give you a hat. So I met him, got a hat. We talked for a while. Next thing you know, you know, we're hanging out, me, him, and Chris, and it was like we've always been brothers. You know what I mean? Like those guys are like, I feel like my long lost brothers. You know, it's funny, you meet people later in life. You grow up with people, you have your friends, different friends in different stages of life, and then you're in barbecue and you meet people like that are like your brothers that love the same thing you do and have the same passion for barbecue, and you can share it together. And so these guys brought me in, you know, and I think it was them. It was Chris Crawford. It was Kevin Yor. And it was Johnny Mags, man, Johnny McGuire. Those guys were all sitting in, I think Chris's garage one night, you know, boozing it up or whatever, and talking about starting groups or pages on Facebook. And Kevin and Chris started NEP. And John started Pit Life with, at the time, Mike Masiglia, Messy Mike. And that's how those two were born. But, you know, Kevin and Chris have brought me in as a third, basically. So now us three, I guess you could say, own and run New England Pitmasters.
Yeah.
And so we've kind of gone in, you know, as all, you know, equal partners. They've accepted me in, and, you know, and we're all trying to take it now to another level. When we started, it was 1,200 people or so, and now we're approaching 3,000. So we're talking about a 3,000 person get together. If we can actually get together with social distancing rules. But, you know, those guys are my brothers, and, you know, and that just led to Johnny, you know, and being co-host at Pit Life. You know, Johnny, I met Johnny at a big cook, and that we did for a charity, and he came and helped us, and I spent all night with him. And, you know, as it turns out, he grew up just one town away from me, and we had mutual friends, you know, and we had a lot to talk about. So, you know, I'm grateful for for the just being able to be associated with a group that shares the same passion that you do or that I do. And
we're all on it. We're all doing the same.
Yeah, and just to have like that, just that whole connection, and it's led me to some pretty cool things so far. So yeah, man, things are cool. Things are really cool.
Sounds all really good. Really
You've just released your first video on YouTube, haven't you?
I did.
Tell us about that.
So I'm doing videos, myself and either or with the guys, if we can get them, they live in New Hampshire and I live just 11 miles outside of downtown Boston. So it's sometimes challenging to get together and do some videos, with each other. But I just released a beef cheek barbacoa video, and we started the New England Pitmaster YouTube channel, which we started when we started doing the Q reviews. Yeah, I just did air quotes. So the Q reviews we started doing until then the COVID hit, but we have a couple more lined up coming up. But we started the New England Pitmaster channel, and I'm going to be putting some content out on that. So the first one was the beef cheek barbacoa. How'd you like that, guys? I know you watched it.
It looked awesome. I mean, it's a random one because I did beef cheek the weekend before, first time doing beef cheek, and I mean it was really good. But you went into
cheeky.
some cheeky cheeks,
very cheeky.
Yeah, no, it was good. But yours looked much nicer than mine.
Did you make tacos with yours?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
that was the only way to go, wasn't it? Tacos, yeah, definitely.
It really is. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just like eat the cheeks?
No, that's it.
Without tacos? No, you eat the tacos.
They were good. Absolutely,
it's awesome, dude.
I
got some Wagyu beef cheeks from Cypress Creek Beef out of Texas.
Okay.
I got some, and they're frozen at the moment, but I'm waiting. I didn't want to cook those first. I wanted to just cook the choice ones in case I screw them up, but they came out pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna cook the Wagyu one soon. That's my next little project. The Wagyu beef cheeks, and I'm telling you, they're double the size. Double the size than the choice ones, and the marbling in them is just. Yeah,
awesome.
So
does that mean you're making another video of those ones?
I don't know if I'm making another one of the beef cheeks right off the bat, but I'll probably do. One of my next ones will be a brisket one.
For sure,
because I got a brisket going. I got a brisket going on tonight for tomorrow. I got a little pool party we're going to local, just friends of ours in town that we've been hanging out with.
Yeah.
So I'm cooking a 14-pound full packer tonight. I got my tent set up above me. You can probably see right here.
Yeah.
There you go. And I got my pile of wood. Look at this. There you go.
Oh yeah.
You definitely got a lot of wood there, son.
Fucking love wood. The wood. Not manwood.
Wow, yeah.
I bet that'll keep you going all night, won't it?
You heard it here first, guys. Greg likes wood.
I cut it down to quarter sticks. In this size smoker that I have behind me, which is the Brinkman Trailmaster. At the time, just a regular store-bought, big box store type of thing, but it's 3/16. The old model of these is 3/16 metal, and it's not like that crappy sheet metal you get at like the big box stores.
Yeah, that's a decent gauge, isn't it?
It's a decent gauge, and it holds its temps. I've cooked it all winter here in the Northeast, and you know how cold it gets here. That thing held its temperature.
UK, man.
Oh yeah, you got it's cold as shit. Exactly. This thing held.
It's cold and it rains all the time. Yeah,
it does rain. But this thing holds temps pretty damn good.
Mm-hmm.
$75 I paid for it. That's it.
Nice.
$75, but
an absolute steal.
It was rusty. I had to sand the whole thing down. I painted it all. I didn't paint the inside. Seasoned it with olive oil. Burned it through a few times. I drilled the clamps in for the doors. I put the high heat gaskets in. I drilled a probe port in the side. But the most expensive mod that I did to this motherfucker right here. I can swear on this, right?
Yeah. We're all grown ups.
This motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
the most expensive.
We're going live at 9:30 at night, so swearing is not off the cards. Yeah, we're fine with it.
There's no kids on here. Okay, so
it might be kids watching at your end, but not our end. So fuck them.
Yeah, but if they're watching it late at night, then fuck them. All right, so so the most expensive mod I did on this was a friggin' $90 heat diffuser plate. On the bottom, it looks like Swiss cheese, all holes drilled in it, and from small to big, and it pushes the heat down, up, swirls around, and right out the stack. And that's
so you paid more for your heat diffuser than you did for the original barbecue.
100%.
So
this that barbecue was probably
that thing right there is like a labor of love.
It's dialed in. It is
nice.
Dialed in. I can cook 3 briskets on it. It's actually pretty long. You cook 3 briskets on this thing. I've cooked 45 pounds of brisket on it at once, which is 3 big briskets.
Yeah.
So it'll hold it. And I got the green egg up there, I got a double rack system in there. So that'll do 2 briskets. So I could do 5 briskets there. And then I got this guy behind me, the Weber Performer. And I can stick another brisket in there. If I trim it smaller one, probably 10 to 11 pound brisket, I can throw another one in there. So that's 6 briskets. 6 briskets.
There's a lot of action going
for
on.
For now. But I got more. I got more happening.
Pickles wants to know something you've learned about cooking brisket after cooking it so much.
The flat is always done after the point. It's a leaner piece of the muscle, and you'll probe. A lot of people will stick their probe into the fattest section of the meat, which is up in the point area if you're doing a full packer. And that I find always hits more, 205 a lot sooner, like that range, 204, 205, 206, 207. I feel like that hits it way before the flat. If you're doing a full packer brisket, I like to wrap only in pink butcher paper. I think there's a magic that happens with the pink butcher paper versus foil. Foil makes it taste more hot roasty, and I feel like the butcher paper just kind of gets right under there and starts tickling it a little bit, makes it feel really nice, and then puts a nice glaze and a fucking really nice, I know where you're coming
from.
A caramelization on it. I can't explain it. Unless you do it, you won't know. But when you probe it, you have to probe not just the thickest part, but you have to also probe the flat. So you're making your holes somewhere not quite on the top because heat rises. So I make my holes, 2 holes, kind of on the side a little bit, and one kind of where I feel the point meets the flat, and then so I can poke into the flat, up, down, left, right, and then I can poke left as well into the point, and then I can also go into the flat, and then I put another hole right in the middle of the flat, and I can check all sections of the flat, and I feel the flat is always lagging 8 to 10 degrees behind the point.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing I've learned is when you cook on brisket, make sure you break the point. Make sure you break the flat. That thinner, more leaner muscle takes a little longer to crash. And you don't want it to crash, so to speak. Crash means, I guess, that you've kind of overcooked it, which is better than undercooking it. Because if you undercook it, it's going to be rubbery. It's going to have that snap when you pull it. You want it really just to break apart without any effort. You don't want to see any white stringiness when you pull it. You don't want it to hesitate. It just needs to pull.
Yeah, just
So I feel like you need to really watch that flat and make sure that it gets over that 200. It has to get over 200. In my opinion, I've cooked a lot of briskets, and I've never cooked one that the flat was done before 200 or anything was done before 200. So after 200, it's like a guideline. Like there's no, it's not like, oh, my brisket's going to be done at this temperature, like chicken or pork or whatever. It's just different. After 200, you have to just monitor it, and you have to poke through it a little bit. You got to feel for it. You can either feel, yeah. You have to just feel for it, or you have to temp it a little bit for probe temperature, not temperature, but probe tenderness. And after 200, you kind of babysit it. I babysit mine a little bit, whether it's 1 or 10 on at once. I'll babysit each one. I have the holes. I reuse the same holes in each wrap. I don't keep poking new holes in there like people stop poking freaking holes all over the place, taking temps like a crazy person. No, dude, use the same hole. Don't lose the steam. Don't lose the goodness in there. Just reuse the same holes and just feel for it, or pick it up and just feel where it's breaking. You could tell if it's done, but you got to just babysit it after 200. That's kind of what I do. But the flat, you got to make sure gets over that 200.
I totally agree with you, mate. It's all about, as you say, it's a feeling. It's not a temperature when you're doing that. When you're doing a brisket, you just the same. To be fair, the same with chuck to a lesser extent, because you've got a little bit more fat helping you along. But
so the chuck roast,
brisket is a feeling, isn't it? It's not a temperature, if that makes sense. There's a t-shirt right there. Brisket's a feeling.
brisket's a feeling. It's
all about the wiggle.
It's all about. It's the hardest meat. They say it's the hardest meat to cook.
I think it is, to be honest.
In barbecue, but the funny thing is, I never knew that getting into it. I didn't know that it was the hardest meat. I just knew I just didn't think I liked brisket or beef ribs because we never had it here, or in the places that had it in the Northeast, around the Boston area where I grew up. It was not good. You know, I was not a beef guy at all. I was ribs, I was pork butt, whatever else. I was not a beef guy. And my buddy would always, my best friend Jay that I grew up with, he'd say, "Oh, brisket. Oh, brisket's the best." I'm like, "Where are you getting it that you like it?" Because everywhere I get it, it's rubbery and it's gross. And you go, "Oh, the beef ribs are the best." So I get beef ribs at a couple places that have beef ribs. Awful, just awful, rubbery and hard. The connective tissue, the collagen, nothing's broken down. It's just a rubbery freaking mess. I'm like, I don't like beef ribs. I don't like the texture of them. That was my feeling at the time. But then
I
was like, I'm gonna cook them myself. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna do it. And a few years ago, maybe 4 years ago, I started kind of venturing out of my 10-year barbecue career where I've been doing it. I probably cooked really bad barbecue for 4 years, maybe 4 or 5 years. And then after that, I got the green egg and, upgraded for my electric. And then, I really, I started taking it more serious. So then I was like, you know what, I'm going to try beef. And 4 years ago or so, I jumped into brisket, beef ribs, now recently beef cheeks. And now I see what it's all about. And brisket, in my opinion, is king. First and foremost.
Brisket's king.
Brisket is king. Beef ribs is right there, which is brisket on a bone. If you do it right, it's just right there,
Oh, yeah.
And I've had the opportunity to do four bone plates, 3 bone plates, and it's just I can see the difference between the two of those, 4 and a 3. Do you know what the difference is between those, gentlemen?
No.
4 bone plate and the 3 bone plate.
No, I don't.
3 bone plate is what you see.
A different side, is it not?
So, the 3 bone plate comes from ribs 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
Right, and 6, 7, and 8 apparently is closer to the stomach, which has more fat.
Yeah.
and those are the real big Dino ribs that you see in all the pictures on the IG and in Texas. They do the 3-bone plate. And even here, some of the places will do the 3-bone plate, but they're just a little bit bigger, a little bit more stickier when they're done. You know, when they're all that connective tissue is broken down into that sticky gelatinous love of labor. You know, that's the shit right there. And I don't know what's better. You get the brisket point, or you got a 3-bone plate rib, or you got a beef cheek. They're all pretty damn close, man. It's like like trying to choose between your children, you know?
Absolutely,
like, how do you
right.
do that?
I think you couldn't. I think if you ended up with any of those, you'd be absolutely more than happy. Personally, beef cheeks they're something different. They got a really intense beefy flavor. The brisket is just amazing. Short ribs, I've got to admit, for me, that's my favorite. You know, hands down. You give me a plate of short ribs, you're going to see me smiling from there to there. I'll be like, I absolutely adore them. They're my most favorite thing to cook. Short ribs, they're easy. They're just tasty, you know. You can put them on, literally not really need to worry about them because you know they're just going to be doing their thing. And then come back 8 hours later, give them a little push and they jiggle away and you think, dinner's ready. It's just sort of really easy to do. So anyway, we need to get back on track a little bit now. The questions, Matt. So
has your wife, even with a little bit of secret prompting, still hasn't brought in your question sheet yet?
No, I'm going to have to duck out to get some questions. I presume you haven't done. Or I could just read them off my phone, I suppose, which would be
that's fine.
To do.
Greg, what's the barbecue scene like where you are?
Barbecue scene where I am in the Northeast here?
Yeah.
It's I kind of think it's like everywhere else right now. It people are into it. You know, I think barbecue is really popular in a lot of different places right now where it normally wouldn't be. I think that around here we're trying to change the scene. That's kind of the point of the New England Pitmasters a little bit, and in my Instagram page. We're not known for barbecue here in the Northeast. You know what I mean? We're just, around here, when you say barbecue, it's come over my house. I'm going to grill some steak tips, sausage, some hamburgers, some hot dogs, really fast over a gas grill.
Yep.
Not many even people can appreciate, in my opinion, the benefit and the quality of a charcoal grill. And I didn't either for many years. All I knew was this. Growing up, my mom grilled a lot. She cooked in the kitchen, Italian food and such, but she grilled a lot on the grill. And she in my opinion, she was serious about barbecue because she would have a direct connect gas line from the house right into the barbecue. So she never had to refill the propane tanks. So I was like, my mom is serious about barbecue. I didn't really know what real barbecue was until it happened.
Until it happened.
And it happened eventually. Until it happened. And it did happen eventually one day.
So you say there's not really much of a style in the North?
I would say that we smoke with red oak. A lot of us. Oak is very prevalent here in New England, especially Massachusetts. We get I get some cherry trees. We get some apple, a lot of apple from apple orchards and stuff. I have a whole woodshed right now full of cherry tree that my neighbor cut down. And I was like, hey, I asked the guy, what kind of tree is that? He's like, oh, that's a cherry tree. I was like, is my neighbor keeping it? You taking it? What are we doing? He's like, you want it? I was like, you see that smoker over there? I'm like, you bet your ass I want it. That was last November. So I got that shit seasoning right now in my shed. I think that there's not really a style in the Northeast. In my opinion, there's no style. I don't. There's no like flavor profile or style, in my opinion, that you can associate with the Northeast. So here's what I do. What I do is I try to honor each region. If I'm doing a brisket or beef ribs, I want to honor Texas. I want to honor the Texas style of barbecue. And if I'm doing ribs, I'm doing Texas style ribs. I'm doing it salt, pepper, garlic, maybe some smoked paprika. That's it. No sweet, no nothing. It's a savory rib. That's what you're getting. Sometimes I'll serve that if I'm serving, pork belly burn ends, because pork belly burn ends are super sweet. You can only eat 4 or 5 of them before you just can't eat anymore. So I wouldn't want to give you sweet ribs with that. So I'll give you that Texas rib with that. If I was to cater your party, that would be my recommendation. If I'm doing pulled pork, if I'm kind of going with I kind of mix it, because you got Northeast Carolina, which is your whole hog, vinegar, pepper, vinegar sauce. Then you got your western part of North Carolina. They go right over the butt, and they do shoulder, and they do more of a ketchup based. So I kind of do. Yeah. I don't have access. I do have access to, but I'm not doing whole hogs all the time. So I go with the butt, but I go with the Northeast vinegar sauce. So I kind of, when I smoke a pork butt, I like to do it like a Northeast vinegar, like a Northeast Carolina style, kind of giving that tribute to that region.
Okay.
My favorite rib profile for ribs, though, if I was to really pick it, would be my Kansas City style spare rib.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. Not thick glaze of barbecue sauce, but just like a thin glaze of barbecue sauce right at the end. And you make it a little bit, you throw it back in, you make it tacky a little bit, and you take it off, and it's not really a thick sauce, but it's like a tacky wetness on there.
Mm-hmm.
That's my more favorite style. And the barbecue sauce that I make, I make all my own sauces and rubs. The barbecue sauce that I make is kind of more of a Kansas City style, I think. Sweet and hot. Sweet heat is kind of more my flavor profile that I try to stick with. Kind of like both,
Greg, can you see the comments? Do they come up on your screen?
Oh yeah. Greg, what's the word? Overcooking brisket, or when did you? Dude, Craig, shh, it's right there. It's right there. He hasn't come out yet, but if he hasn't been naked yet. In the middle of CMAX Riverfest, okay, this friggin' dude comes out, and he's me, Chris, and Kevin are all standing right here where I'm sitting. Dude comes out, buck naked. He dries his shorts like on his railing. He comes out. He's like, "Yeah, oh yeah." Grabs his shorts, puts them on like no one's looking. Like everyone's here. Like you see the houses. Like there's my neighbors. Like everyone's see the houses right there. Like everyone's right on top of each other. I'm 11 miles outside the city. This is not a farm. Put on your skivvies,
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Morning, gents. Here we go.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Wow. I must admit.
Well, that's going to be one to top. If any of the guys in the chat can top that one, I don't think they can.
It's like the Hangover.
Yeah, exactly like the Hangover.
That's exactly what it's like. What else?
So, your favorite flavor profile?
We've just kind of gone over that, haven't we?
But if you have to nail it down to one that you would cook all the time,
I like a sweet heat. It's like comes in sweet, and then leaves a little bit of heat on the back end, but only for like 20-30 seconds. That's my favorite profile, I think. But but lately I've been making a lot of Texas style spare rib, and just simple with no sugar at all, and it's been damn good. The savoriness has just been pretty amazing, to be honest with you. But kind of like a sweet heat, I do. I do. Wow, when I make ribs, I mean, even wings, I like to go with like a sweet chili glaze that I make, which is like my sweet barbecue sauce with the addition of some sweet chili, Frank's. It's actually a Frank's product. Frank's sweet chili. Then I add some lime, fresh lime juice, and then the zest of a whole lime. Yeah, I think a sweet heat though. I think a sweet heat probably if I had to.
Yeah,
I had to call it. You know,
if I'm honest, that's my favorite sort of flavor profile as well. You know, bit of, excuse me, a little bit of heat kicking it up in the background is always a good thing. Daddy Dutch barbecue. Oh, Dutch is
Daddy Dutch. Yeah. What's up, Daddy Dutch?
How you doing, Kent? Good to have you. Yeah, for sure.
The Kentinator.
he's a boy. I started watching the hot seat. I haven't watched all of it from last night yet. But by the way, congratulations on your 2-year anniversary, guys.
Congrats, guys. Congrats.
Yeah, well done, guys.
Absolutely.
I did mean to say that at the beginning of the show, but I'll be honest. At the start of the show, we're in the rhythm now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let's cut out most of the beginning where I completely ballsed it all up. Let's just cut to about 30 minutes in when I finally found some rhythm.
I hope you're pouring a drink there, Greg.
Yeah, sounds dodgy.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
He's 5 or 6 in already, so he's yeah.
No, I'm just watering my plants. Just watering my plants really quick. So what else is going on, gentlemen?
I was just about to say something, but I'm a bit lost for words now.
You get lost for words.
Well, I thought I'd join you in topping up my drink.
I'm back, baby.
He's back. I hope you shook properly.
I had to water the plants really quickly. They were calling my name.
Anyway, cheers, mate.
Cheers to that.
Hey, he wasn't topping his pint up there.
Oh man. No monetizing this one. Oh dear. Come on, Ryan. You can
away.
Start
like, what is
some questions
right
now.
Yeah, I'm going to get back into it now. I've got my bit of paper. So
let's go, Ryan. Get on back.
What's your first memory of eating or cooking barbecue? Then, what's your first memory? Where did that come from? You mentioned your mum was always cooking barbecue. So,
mum was always cooking barbecue.
Sort of signature dish.
No one made ribs though. No one made ribs. Like that was the thing, and I loved ribs. And we would get ribs at like the place called the Ground Round where I grew up, and and then we go to like the Cape Cod for vacation for the summer, and I always get the baby back ribs on this menu, and they weren't barbecue. It was a barbecue. It was in an oven. I didn't know barbecue. I just knew I loved ribs.
Yeah.
So we're away at we went to go visit my wife's parents' friends with them in Chicago one year. Early on, this is probably 2007, maybe 2008, and we're staying with this guy Tony. He's from Chicago. Hey, my name is Tony. I'm from Chicago. I'm from North Chicago. This guy says to me, "Hey, I'm gonna make you these ribs tomorrow. They're gonna be so good. You're not even gonna understand what's happening to yourself." I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Well, what's gonna make these ribs so good, Tony?" He goes, "They're marinating in the fridge. I got them in apple cider vinegar, olive oil. Tomorrow I'm going to rub them. We're going to rub them in the night. They're going to sit overnight. And then the next day we're going to put them in my smoker." I says, what's smoker? Like, what? You didn't cook them? He goes, "Where?" He goes, "In my backyard." And I'm like blown away. I'm like, "Wait, you can cook ribs in your backyard?" I love ribs, but I've never had barbecue ribs. He's got this electric Brinkman. It's $65, $70. The red one with the heat rod at the bottom and the ceramic rocks. Yeah, I put the wood chips in.
Yeah.
He freaking cooked these ribs. I'm telling you right now, they were big ass baby backs. He serves them out the next day. He smoked them for about 5-6 hours. I took one bite. I was like hooked. I said, whoa, you could actually produce this in your backyard? This is like incredible. I've never had ribs like this. The bark on them. He used apple wood. He used cherry wood. He had marinated them. They were tender. I don't personally feel the need to marinate 2 days in advance. I don't even rub the night before. I can go buy ribs right now, come back and rub them and cook them, and you wouldn't notice a difference. That's how I feel at this point. But at the time, I didn't know, and I was like amazed at the process and the love that this guy put into it. Smoked them on an electric. At the time, I had no freaking clue. Electric, pellet, this, that, all wood, charcoal. I didn't know shit. I cooked hamburgers and hot dogs on a gas grill at the time. I just loved ribs, and I just a love for them. I said to my wife, I said, when we buy our first house, I'm getting a smoker. I'm getting that red electric Brinkman. A couple of years later, we bought a house. For my birthday, the wife buys me the red electric Brinkman. From 2010 to about 2014, I cooked some really awful barbecue on that freaking smoker. I mean, really bad fucking barbecue.
At least you're man enough to say that it was terrible barbecue.
Fucking, I mean, I thought it was good at the time, but my wife was like, I don't like your ribs. My neighbor, who was a restaurant person, he owned restaurants, 5 or 6 of them. He had a smoker in his backyard. He kind of older guy, knew what he was doing. They had a little silent rib competition at a block party every year in the neighborhood here. I bring my ribs. I'm all like, yeah, barbecue, let's go. I'm fucking gonna slay you guys. And everyone's like, yeah. And my boy Chuck, the older guy, the restaurant guy, he goes, "You want my honest opinion of your ribs?" And I said, yeah. He goes, "They suck." I was like, what? He goes, "They fucking suck." I go, "They fucking suck?" He goes, "They fucking suck." So what makes them suck so bad? He goes, "They're oversauced, they're tough, and they taste like an ashtray."
Yeah. And that's that. Thank you.
That's how I felt. I'm like, okay, I can make a choice here. I could either make this shit right for next year, or I'm gonna just forget it. Just going back to the gas hot dogs. I made an investment that year. Actually, my mom's bought me a present that year. The big green egg. All right. It's got me the big green egg because that year I sold a family house and I didn't obviously charge my mother a commission, obviously my mom. But she's like, "I'm gonna get you something." I said, "Okay. How about the big green egg?" "I'll take it." She gets me the big green egg. It shit changed the game. It changed the game. So I go from this electric 225-degree vessel to now charcoal and wood chunks. It changed everything. Fire management, smoke management. That next year, when we had that little rib competition, it was like I stepped up like 5 notches. And everyone's like, "Okay, these are good. These are really good." Then another year goes by. We couldn't make it. We were away on vacation. 2 years later now, I jumped back in the neighborhood rim competition. I come back a different man. I've been reborn. I've come out of my cocoon, my barbecue cocoon. I'm out of the cocoon. I'm making my own rubs. Butterfly. I'm making my own sauces. That's it, like a fucking barbecue butterfly.
Yeah.
Making my own rubs, making my own sauces. I go back.
That's the new T-shirt right there, isn't it? The barbecue butterfly.
The barbecue butterfly.
two big steaks for wings, What?
Right? My neighbor looks at me. He goes, "Yep." He goes, "You got it." I was like, that was like, I was like, validity. I was like, okay, boom. And then after that, it was like pork belly, burn ends, brisket. Everyone's getting everything. They're like, everyone stopped cooking barbecue for the block party. Now I just do pretty much.
Nice.
But It came from that fucking Tony from North Chicago. Tony! Thanks, Tony, if you're out there. Thank you. You got me hooked, bro. And from that end, then then the offset smoker came along.
Yeah.
Love cooking on all wood, man. It just takes it up on a different notch. Like I could cook this green egg, the brisket for tomorrow in the green egg. Get some sleep. Throw it in there tonight if I want. I got the cigar. I got the BBQ cloud.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the Pit Viper, right? You know, this is the fan, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I could let it go. I could, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay up all night, tending the fire every 15 minutes on this slob right here.
No,
all right, because I love it,
my friend. Keep.
Well, I'm going to slow down now. After I get off with you guys, I'm going to cook some dinner on the Weber kettle, and I'm going to probably start drinking some waters. I might take a nap for a few hours because I will be throwing that 14 little small 14-pound packer. I'm going to throw that thing on at about midnight, and I'm going to have her off at about 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to put her in the oven at about warm, let's say 170. So slowly she's going to go from like somewhere in the 200s whenever I pull her. And then she's going to drop down to 170, and she's going to sit there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a nap again. Because I got to go bring this to the party by 1 o'clock. So I'll take a nap. So that's my thing. I'm going to take a nap before midnight, stay up from 12 to 8, 12 to 9, whenever it's done. Could take 8 to 10 hours is what I cook at 275. Yep. Everything. 250 to 275, 260, 265, 270, whatever the wood's doing at that time. I'm fine with that fluctuation. Some people don't want 5 degrees here. You can't go above 5 degrees there, 4 degrees there. Guess what? I've never found a difference between 250 to 275. If I can keep that range going, I feel like my product comes out the same no matter what.
Mm-hmm. No one notices that.
If I cook 1 or 10 briskets, it's always the same thing. 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah.
They all come off around the same time. Yeah.
No,
they're not all the same, but
no.
I'll probably run my drum at like 225 overnight or something, just so I definitely get a good stretch. But yeah, generally, if it's a daytime cook, it's 250, 275. That's where they naturally want to run, So there's no point fighting it. You just get dirty smoke.
I think that also a brisket and I think a brisket and a pork butt, you stall with either one of them. So I like to run a little bit hotter because if you're running below 250 and you have the stall on either one, I feel like with a little bit higher temp, you can push a little bit faster through that. But I also feel you'll get a better bark too if you're cooking at 250 to 275 than you would at a 225 to 250 range. The bark I feel on my brisket and my ribs comes out a little bit better on a little bit higher temp. And some people don't consider that barbecue. They consider that hot and fast, But I don't know. I think 10 to 12 hours is a pretty long cook. I don't have to go 18 fucking hours or 16 hours on a brisket. If I can get the same product in 10, why wouldn't you want to do that?
I totally agree. Why wouldn't you? I've done a couple of hot and fast briskets. I must admit, I can't really taste the difference. You got to maybe take them up to a little bit. I don't know. You seem to have to hit a slightly higher temperature if you take them hotter, if you cook them faster. But they will sort of break down in the end. No, that's only what I've found, Instead of going 205, you're probably going 208, 210. But at that sort of temperature, that's no real time difference.
For the internal temp? Internal temp?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's all about the flat. You gotta watch that flat, man. I'm telling you, the flat will it's like it heats up quicker, I feel, than the point does. But then the point just comes up and surpasses it, and then it just the flat comes in like a tail whip, and it doesn't come in slow. It comes in like a whip. It's like it just coils up and and then you got to catch it right at that before it.
Yeah, you got to get.
You know, if it, then you're overcooked. If you just get it with the whip right before it has the snap, then you can pull it, and then if you rest it properly for the next, a minimum 2 hours rest for any brisket or pork butt. Pork butt maybe an hour. You can tear that shit up, but a brisket minimum 2 hours rest. And if you pull it right before it snaps, then it won't overcook it. It's okay to ride a little bit into that overcook, but you don't want to overcook it and then ride it more, because then it just becomes mush and you can't cut it. That's kind of the trick, I think.
It's just sort of like guessing your rest area, isn't it? Because it's always going to carry on cooking for a little while once you pull it off, and you whack it in a cooler or something, burp it out to make sure the steam gets out, so you get a good rest. Wrap it up, and then come back to it to a delicious dinner. That's how I do it.
I kind of let my fire die out towards the end. So when I pull it off, I feel like it's already on its way down, and put it in the cooler, rather than taking it off at like a raging fire. You know what I mean? Usually it's kind of died off a little bit in that last half an hour. I got a small coal bed going, and then I'll let it just kind of start to drop already. It's starting to, I feel it already a lot of times will start dropping already in the smoker itself. Just because I keep it in there until the smoker's like 200 degrees, 180, 150. When it gets low, I'm kind of using my smoker as an oven before I just kind of throw it in the in like the actual the cooler. Which tomorrow I have to time it out, because we're going there around 12, 1 o'clock, but no one's going to be ready they're going to have appetizers and all the bullshit. No one's going to be ready for this brisket probably until 3:30. And I don't want it sitting probably longer than 4 or 5 hours. I've had 5 briskets sitting in a cooler for 9 hours before. And I pulled them and temped them, still 160, 165. It's got to be in a good cooler, though. Like a Yeti or an Arctic.
Also, it's the energy it's storing in the meat. I know this sounds really cliched, but if you're heating up something that big, it's storing that amount of energy. It's going to take ages to cool down. You know what I mean? Because it's like a brick. It's got all that energy in it, and if it's in a cool box as well, it's just sitting there all nice and comfy, waiting to come out and be eaten. It's all delicious and nice.
So delicious and nice.
every time we do these on a Friday, I come out starving, hungry. It's not good.
Definitely going to the
I'm like starving right now just talking about it. I'm ready to eat. It's gonna be a fun night, though, gentlemen. It's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a fun night. I'll probably post a bunch of social media shit. It's kind of chilly here, to be honest with you.
He's gonna get a pitch. He's gonna get a picture of his Asian neighbor. Post that on social media.
It's gonna be. It's right there. It's right there. It's gonna come out. Good old Frank needs it. He wants it.
Say hi.
Go and say hi.
If he came out, I would definitely turn it so you'd see. But he ain't out right now.
We have to get like a box with a pixelated thing on it.
Oh shit!
Anyway, what's the? So sorry. So what's the most interesting thing you've cooked in your smoker? Obviously, you're a big brisket guy. We've had the whole, but what's the most exotic sort of meat you've cooked?
I think recently, the beef cheeks, honestly, were probably one of the more recent. I haven't done anything like alligator or any. I haven't done any like game meat or anything like game birds or. I'm just more traditional type stuff, but I think if anything, probably the beef cheeks. I've gotten creative with some armadillo eggs. You guys familiar with those?
Oh yeah.
So basically it's like jalapeno popper wrapped in sausage, and then I've done some Texas Twinkies, which is a bacon wrapped jalapeno with stuffed with it's a bacon wrapped jalapeno popper stuffed with brisket, which is mind blowing.
I saw
That's
that on Fest. That's a nice.
Oh, it's just
they look delicious.
it's just so ridiculous. And if you want, honestly, you don't have to use brisket. You can get yourself a nice chuck roast, smoke a chuck roast until the things fall apart tender, and then you can stuff chuck roast into your jalapeno popper, wrap it in bacon, little coat of olive oil, rub it with some rub, throw it on the smoker. Hour and a half later, put a coat of barbecue sauce on it. Bada bing, bada boom, you're good to go. You know, just amazing. So, but I do want to do some. I got like it looks like a moose knuckle, to be honest with you. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like it's some type of a beef shank it's a Wagyu beef shank that Kevin Yor gave me from a dude that we know up in Vermont that has this Wagyu farm. And it's got this like center bone with meat around it. I've never really cooked it anything like this before. It says Wagyu beef shank on it. And I don't know. I think that might be the most exotic thing I'm about to smoke. Is this like Wagyu beef shank? What's Pickle saying? Speaking of which,
he's got some kidneys out. Yeah, he wants any interesting recipes.
Wow. What about a steak?
Not for kidneys, not for me. You want?
No, I mean the only interesting thing I can think about doing with kidneys is putting them in the bin.
I love kidneys. I think they're delicious. I was sort of brought up on that sort of kidneys and liver and bacon and all that sort of, like my nan brought me up. So
nope, don't do the liver. Don't do the kidneys.
Oh,
I don't do tripe.
Oh no, I don't do tripe.
I know. But... Look, I'm an Italian guy that doesn't even like olives. I don't even like olives. Right? I like olive oil, but I don't like olives. It's weird.
One of my best friends is Sicilian. Yeah, he's godparents of one of my sons, and they live on offal. They absolutely adore all Sicilians love offal. They just, because Italy used to be a poor country, and they just make the most of everything they got, and use it to the extreme. So it's just beautiful cook. Like his mum's passed away now, God bless her, but she was lovely lady. Brilliant cook, lovely cook. Use everything. But the Italian, they use everything to cook. Like I remember when I was a little kid, go around there. She used to make pizzas. Like I grew up just outside London. I'm like, what's your mum doing? He's like, oh yeah, she's making a pizza. I'm not making a pizza. It comes out of a box. And she's there doing it with the old dough.
Nothing like a good homemade pizza.
Yeah.
No, can't beat him.
My favorite. I love cooking the pizza and the big green egg. There's nothing like it, man. I think the big green egg pizza is the next best thing to a brick oven. It's amazing.
Just
cook some really good pizzas on there. You know, cook some really good pizzas on that thing. Thing roars up to like 800-900 degrees. You cook a pizza in like freaking 4 minutes.
No way.
You got to turn it every like 20. You got to turn it every 20 seconds.
No, here's a question,
Or
Greg.
you burn it.
Thin base or thick base?
Pizza?
Yeah.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
thin
only
crust
one
all the way.
Absolutely.
This ain't Chicago. This is look. I may have discovered barbecue in Chicago, but this ain't Chicago. But this ain't Chicago over here. We like our thin crust, I think. But I can respect any type of pizza, whether it's a thin crust or a pizza pie. I can respect it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like a halfway in between. I don't like the pencil thin ones.
Oh, I
love
thin.
They're just a recipe to make a fucking mess. Yeah, you just fold it in half, and it still doesn't work, as it should.
Yeah.
But the thick ones, they're just too much dough right in the middle. Just sort of
like the Sicilian pizzas are. It depends on a good Sicilian pizza. A good slice of Sicilian can be good, but you go to Chicago, you're getting that deep dish. It's like a pie. You're getting that pizza pie. And I've had it. I've had real authentic Chicago deep dish pizza before, and it's different. I'll tell you, it's a meal. One slice, and you're like, woo, stuffed.
They're all,
you know,
delicious. You know, everybody who makes stuff like that, you got to respect the recipe. You understand where it's come from. I get that, but Finn's,
like I said, regional
place right there for me.
Yeah. Thin. If you can hold a thin and you just bend it just a little bit right in the middle of the crust, you just give that little bend, and it can stand out straight and not friggin' droop on you. That's a good slice of pizza.
Oh, okay. That sounds like my slice of pizza that you can fold.
That's a good slice of pizza.
In half.
Just a little fold, but it doesn't droop.
Yep.
You might get a little droop on just
on the end. Just just like a little bit on the end like that.
Tip.
just a
tip. You know?
Just the tip.
You know? You take care of that little tip, and then you're good to go.
Just nibble the tip off.
You said it, not me. You went to the nibble. I wasn't going to say nibble, but you did it. You did the nibble.
Well, there's a Matt on the nibble. Let's have that one.
Like that.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's your biggest blooper? I think Matt's just done his one earlier on in the show. So.
Oh yeah, massively. That was like yeah. I'm not going to live that one down. I don't think that was ridiculous.
So what would you say has been your biggest blooper, whether it be on your cooking channel or on Pit Life, or mind you, you've been good so far on Pit Life. I've not seen anything.
Thank you.
It's like
I appreciate it.
A rush of energy. You know, you got a lot of energy on camera. It's quite cool to watch. So that's good.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
The chemistry
I appreciate it.
You and Johnny is really good. Really nice to watch.
Well, we're like homeboys, but not like we didn't grow up together. We're just later in life homeboys, and like I said, we had mutual friends, and we just clicked, you know, and it's been great. But my biggest blooper, last September we cooked for. So I'm a member of the local Elks Club, and I had cooked for myself and a couple other guys. Cooked for about 125, 150 people. We rent this smoker from a guy that built a smoker in Massachusetts. A couple guys, they built, a custom built smoker. I didn't really know the hot spots or whatever, so to speak. So I'm cooking on it for the first time. I got 8 briskets on, and I got 9 pork butts, all on one smoker. And then additionally, 4 more pork butts on the smoker because we ran out of room on this big fucker, right? Big trailer smoker. Ran out of room on that. Man, I charred this one brisket so bad. It was like, it was the hot spot. And I thought I had rotated what I thought was a hot spot, and I rotated, but it wasn't. It was like this bottom right corner. I didn't realize it. So it was reverse flow. So as you know, it comes out, and then it comes up, and then swirls around the top, and then goes out. The stack is on the same side as the firebox. The baffle plates for the reverse flow, they were moved over like this much, probably from travel and from driving, and I didn't know at the time to move them back over. It was my first time using them. I have it rented twice for this year, so now I know. But I burnt this brisket so bad, man. You couldn't serve it. It couldn't even be used for chili. It basically just, you touched it and it turned to dust. Oh. Where'd that brisket go? No, it was hard. It was freaking hard, man. It was hard like plastic rubber. I don't even know what the hell it was. You couldn't eat it. You couldn't even pick through it. I wouldn't have given it to a homeless person, or I wouldn't even fed it to an animal. It's pretty damn bad.
Yeah,
that's the biggest fuck up I think I've ever done.
Yes.
I'm telling you, I did that to a rack of ribs once too. Sorry. This thing runs hot when you don't know what. You don't know if you're running when you first get it and you're running too big. The logs are too big. I charred a rack of ribs on there so bad that my sons were videotaping me. I was going to do an IG video on it. I got so angry. I freaking picked it up. I pulled out the freaking trash. my kids go, "No, Dad, no!" And I went, and I just threw the whole rack of ribs right in the trash.
No.
They go, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, my son's like 10 years old at the time. Like, "What are you doing, Dad? We're hungry." I go, "We're going to McDonald's. Screw the ribs. I hate barbecue. Whatever. Just I'm out." You know.
You should have put put it on Instagram. That would have got a lot of views.
You know what? I should have.
Bad.
The very next day, I went out and bought a rack of ribs again, and I'm like, I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm not going to do it again. And I friggin' that's my obsessive, compulsive OCD personality that I have. Is that if I can't get it right, I'm going to get it right. I'm not going to go to bed, and that's a blessing and a curse at the same time. You know, I just feel like I can't put out. I've only put out one YouTube video so far because I was only basically just a little happy with it. I'm not going to put something out that's not good, that's mediocre. Any food that's mediocre, I'm just not going to put it out. I'm not going to do it. It has to be as perfect as it can be. Nothing's perfect, but it needs to be as close as freaking possible. I need to be happy with the product, or I'm not going to give it to you. No. That's it. That's just how I feel about anything. Whether it comes to brisket, when it comes to barbecue, whether it comes to real estate, if I'm not going to give you the best service I'm just not going to give it to you. You know, and that's kind of, like I said, it's a blessing and a curse. It hurts me at times, but it helps me, I think, more.
Yeah, definitely.
Barbecue's not hard, you know. Barbecue's not difficult, but there's a lot of little details. And I feel like that's why I've gravitated to it a lot, is because it keeps me interested. It's always different. There's always something to do, you know, and there's always something different about it. Not every piece of meat is the same. And it keeps me interested. And I like those little details, you know. It's not hard, but that's what makes each and everyone's cooks different. Like me and you could cook the same thing on here, on this smoker. We could throw 2 pieces of meat in there, but it's just little things on how we trimmed it, how we seasoned it, when we check it, when we wrap it, when we spray it, when we take it off, how long we let it rest. There's all these little things that make you unique. And what I do is not perfect at all by any stretch. And it's not right. It's just how I do it. But how you do it and how you do it make it unique. And it might taste a little bit different on how we all do it. But that's the love about it. And that's what I love about it.
That's what makes it interesting, you know. If you can try someone else's and, oh, how did you do like? Oh, I like that, and pick up a little gem of advice and how to change things up a little bit, or just make things different to what you normally do, because that's the thing. Because I know sometimes I get into a bit of a I wouldn't say a rut, but you know what I mean. I'll go through I'll cook a load of pork butts, and then I'll start to cook a load of ribs, and then I'll get some chuck and I'll cook that, and then a little break, and then go and buy a load of chicken and I'll cook that on the barbecue just to have a little break from like all the smoked meats. And then what I haven't done, and what I do mean to do, is cook some fish. I love fish on the barbecue, and I never ever cook it.
Salmon. Get some salmon up there. Yep. My buddy's been asking me about fish lately, actually. Funny you say that. Yep. Fish.
Yeah, fish. I got some squid the other day.
So what do you like for fish? What would you smoke for fish? What would you do?
I wouldn't necessarily smoke. I'd probably grill them, to be fair. Just hot and fast. And if I was cooking salmon, I'd probably put it on a bit of oak or a bit of wood. So the wood.
Plank smoke it.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
We're going on a tour of the garden.
You guys. Oh, you want to see the garden?
Yeah. No, let's do it.
I'm listening.
So
I was just gonna say. Tell me.
Really simply with just salt and pepper. Cook it relatively fast, so it's almost opaque in the middle. Take it off. Bang, salmon done. If I was cooking something like skate, do you know what a skate is? It's like a flatfish, basically.
A steak?
A skate.
What's it called?
A skate.
Skate. Okay. No, I never heard of that. Yeah.
How could I? It's a flat fish, yeah.
What do you like a haddock?
I'm not sure what a haddock looks like.
Maybe like a sole.
Haddock,
Yeah,
like a white flaky fish.
Yeah, that sort of thing. So, but it's really flat. So it's like one. It's got just on one side. So it's got like a little eye on the top, or it's probably got another one on the bottom, but you don't really see that.
So has it got like
eyeball?
a little droopy thing on the end?
You lost me at the eyeball. How's that pepper looking right there?
Oh wow, you're
This is my garden right here. Got some tomatoes. Look, I got some romaine lettuce.
Wow, I like that garden.
Putting us to shame.
My garden.
Garden.
I got some fresh mint. Yeah, you guys got some accents, but I got an accent and a half.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Uh-oh.
We gone there he is.
I'm just taking you guys inside for a quick refill.
Yeah.
Good idea.
A quick refill of the old yeah, check it out. Let's see what we got. Ready? I'm gonna set you right up against the old canola oil.
Oh, lovely.
I'm gonna grab another boom sauce. Oh yeah, here we go. Woo! Let's go, boys.
I've seen Johnny Mags in the chat. He's saying, when are you going to have a drinking and eating competition, Greg?
Okay, look it. Johnny and I.
Stingray.
Did you see the show? Did you see the show that we did when we had a roast beef eating contest?
I saw that one.
I have not seen it, so you're going to have to enlighten me. Who won?
I want a rematch.
Oh dear, Mr. Mags won.
Look it. Johnny is a machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
100. I agree.
He's a machine.
He's a fine.
That guy is no joke.
He doesn't mess around when it comes to food. I know that much.
Look, if you're going to challenge Johnny Mags to an eating contest, you need to have your shit together.
I'm not going to challenge Johnny Mags.
Okay. And I just walked in here like, oh, no big deal. You know, let's go, Johnny. And this was for when I filled in for Messy Mike.
Yeah.
For the New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
For the New Year's Eve one. Man, I walked in with the friggin' roast beef, 3-way roast beef, and
he said he had a 3-way. Yeah, you went there.
Yeah, we had a 3-way. Me, Johnny, and a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he packed it in. I'll tell you, he yummied down on that on that sandwich.
He packed it in. Oh man, there's some comedy gold to be clipped out of this video. I tell you.
Finished it, man.
I gotta tell you, look at there's one thing that Johnny needs to do that I did that he has not completed yet that I have. Johnny, if you're out there, I know you're watching.
Oh, he's watching.
And this is the hot brisket challenge at the Smokehouse in Amherst, New Hampshire. Bring it on. They make the hottest brisket sloppy joe you've ever had. It's got Trinidad Scorpion, it's got ghost pepper, and it's got the Carolina Reaper. Okay,
I'm out.
It's got all of them in there. Now look at, if you guys haven't checked out the New England Pitmasters YouTube channel yet, which is what us and the boys started, you gotta check out. You gotta check it out. What am I looking at?
Johnny extra sauce.
Yeah.
Oh please! You can't even handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. This shit is so hot. Blow your brains out hot. Dude, I actually grew freaking hair all over my head during this contest. All right, I got ass hair that fell out, grew legs, ran around, jumped off a ramp onto my head. It was ridiculous. It was so hot. It was so hot that 8 hours later on my couch, my stomach
He's talking a big game.
My asshole. my asshole looked up at my esophagus and goes, "What are you doing?" And my esophagus looked down at my asshole and went, "Not much. What are you doing? Do you want it? I don't want it. Do you want it? No, you take it because I don't want it. You got to take it." They battled with each other, and I think I shit and puked my guts out for like an hour. It was awful. It was so awful. Man. But I got the T-shirt, and I went through the 10-minute burn. There's a 10-minute burn time.
That's cool.
After you finish the sandwich, you got to sit there for 10 minutes. And about 4 minutes, it kicks in really hot. Dave Melky, the owner, comes out with a glass of milk and puts it in front of you. He goes, "You can't touch it. You can't touch it for 6 more minutes." I'm just looking at it, sweating. I got gloves on that filled with sauce from the sandwich. I can't touch it. I can't touch my face. I can't wipe my freaking forehead. I gotta sit there and just sweat. Look at the YouTube video. It was the second one we did until Corona hit, and then Corona hit. But I sat there and I took the pain for 10 minutes. And by the way, set a new record. Out of 30 guys that tried it, I was the second guy to finish it. But the first guy, you have a 10 minutes to finish the actual sandwich. Then you have a 10-minute burn time. The first guy did it in 9 minutes and change. I did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 minutes and 30 seconds. But then the burn time starts.
Mr. Mags, you'll have to check his comment, Greg.
Good man. Cheers.
Under 2 minutes, guaranteed new record. You know what? That's fine, because once you set a new record, I will set a new record after that, because I won't be able to sleep. A. B. I didn't even know there was a record. I had no idea there was a fucking record. I had no idea. I just went into it, and my spidey instincts kicked in, and I was like, once I felt that burning sensation, I looked into my soul, and I went, "Soul, you need to finish this fucking sandwich real fast. And if you don't, you're going to be fucked." That's basically it. And then I friggin' finished it as quick as I could. I didn't know that I had to beat a time limit. If I knew there was a time limit, John, I would have went for the time limit. But let's go. Let's see what you got. You still have a 10-minute burn time. And your ball bags are going to shrivel up like 2 prunes. And you're going to look into your soul and go, "Is it fucking worth it?
I think
is it even worth it?" You're going to ask yourself. You're going to look at yourself in the mirror. But yet there's going to be no mirror. It's just going to be yourself and ghost pepper. And you're going to look at it and you're going to go, "Fuck." And you go, "Why am I doing this? I have children. Is it worth it? I have a life. I have a wife. People love me. People care about me. Should I continue? Should I continue? Should I drink this glass of milk?" And I believe that, John, you will drink the glass of milk. Look at he says when. He says when. All I know is this.
He said set a date.
Set a date. Look at the pain. The pain from these chili peppers finds your pain in your body. It will settle in where your fears exist. The pain will settle into your fucking knees. It'll start ripping your knees apart, your back, your other knee, just tearing your shreds and your ligaments and your connective tissues like a brisket after 200 degrees. It's just going to fucking shred you. And you're going to sit there and your hands are going to go numb. You're going to take off your sunglasses. You're going to go, "Why are my hands fucking numb? My hands are tingling. This is so fucking hot." That's what I experienced. You're going down. You can't take it. You won't take it. I'm going to have the free. I'm telling you right now.
Meg's on it later.
I came milliseconds from fucking milliseconds from passing out. Milliseconds from passing out.
We're gonna have to have like a call out video from Mags, aren't we? We're gonna have to get him on. Hold on, Johnny.
All I know, there's a reason why 2 people have passed it out of 30 or 40 people. There's a reason.
One-off.
It's just that hot. We're gonna do a live pit life.
Johnny, get your ass in here and defend your honor.
Here he comes.
Can you get Johnny in? Can you get him in?
He's coming. He's coming.
Can you get him actually live with all of us?
Yes, you can.
This will be fucking phenomenal. Get his ass in here. Let's go.
Here comes Storm McGuire.
Hold on, I have to.
Here he comes.
Hold on.
He's
I
just
have to water my garden.
Flowers
Hold
again.
Hold on. This time I'm not listening to the piss, so I've muted him. Johnny, brother, how are you doing?
Hello, John.
See, he's so scared he had to walk away.
He's talking a big game. He's on mute at the minute, so he's probably swearing, cursing the lot. But we don't need to hear him watering the garden again.
I know you've got a certain set of skills, and I've seen you use them.
I'm pretty sure if anybody watched the hot seat last night, they saw one of my particular skills.
Johnny! What's up, brother?
Oh, don't kiss up to me now. You are awfully, hold on, put that beer down. You want to go right now?
Yeah, I do. You want to chug sauce? Want to do shots of hot sauce? What do you want to do?
Oh!
What is it? What is it?
This is the Suckle Busters Sriracha pepper sauce. I also have ghost pepper and I think habanero. But I see you have a full beer right there.
Yeah, this is a full boom sauce, 7.8%. That's a fully. Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
You want to go right now?
I do. I'm into it. Let's go.
I think it should happen.
Ryan and Matt had no idea what they were in for this time.
I think we did.
Everyone in the chat who knows me,
tell
Greg what he's about to experience.
Oh dear.
Nice show.
Hey, JJ, how you doing, mate? You right? Hey, from UK, you.
What's he doing? What's he doing right now, JJ? What's he doing?
He's opening a cabinet.
Uh-oh.
He's opening a cabinet, and I think he's about to get a glass.
Oh, schnizzle, McBizzle.
Now he just opened another cabinet. Wait a minute. Yep, he got a Sam Adams glass. People,
let's go.
And Jay, show now.
Uh-oh.
And
oh, what you got? Oh, is that a Zima? What is that?
Yes.
Is that a Budweiser? Like legit?
It does look like a Bud.
Can?
1 second.
Oh, look at this guy. Old school. Going PO, post office and shit. Let's go.
hey, he worked for the post office,
So you ready to put your money where your mouth is?
What do you want? Do you want to chug?
He's going to put his mouth in near something.
Wait,
are you dumb enough to chug against me?
Do I have to just chug half a beer because mine's like double the percent yours swag beer is?
You'll get halfway through your beer, and I'll have already finished mine.
Okay, but let's just.
It sounds like a challenge right there.
I'm drinking 8%. I'm drinking 8% beer. You're drinking like 4% beer. So,
but we're talking about volume, Greg.
What are we doing?
This is. It's nothing to do with alcohol.
But this is much strong. This is heavier.
It's still the same amount of liquid.
If I drink,
it's heavier.
Here, I'll put it this way. Take another go.
Let's go.
Take another go.
No, I'm good.
Mate, John.
What do you got? Show me. Are you full?
I'm full, right? So I'm going to
put... Cheers and go. Cheers and go.
No, I'm full.
Cheers.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Go.
Fucking hell. How does he put that away that quick?
What took you so long?
Come on. I'm done too.
How on
Mine's
earth?
more hoppier than yours. You know it is. It's more hoppier. It's more hoppier.
You heard it.
Wow. Well, you saw it here first, guys. I have never seen someone put a drink away that quick.
It was friggin'. It's like 3% beer. Come on.
Did you see my performance last?
It doesn't matter. It is like it's the volume that just went down his throat.
It's not. It's the volume, but mine's like
just
a thick shit. His
gone.
is like piss. His is like urine. It's like drinking urine. Mine's like drinking a fucking milkshake.
I tell you what, if Johnny was a woman and a porn star, you'd be all over it.
Oh, if Johnny was a woman, I'd be riding his bald head right now. That's a
Is Kent still in the chat? Or anybody who watched the hot seat last night?
I've watched half of it so far. I haven't seen you come on yet, John.
Can you go get me a bottle of Pink Whitney?
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
I put on a little performance last night.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do last night?
Repeat.
Performance,
Greg, your dog's going
performance are
mad.
you doing?
Uh-oh.
My dog's going fucking crazy right now. He's going crazy. I gave him some energy. Get that barbecue kick.
Wow.
Johnny, what do you got, bro?
This is a bottle of Pink Whitney.
Right.
By New Amsterdam Vodka. To celebrate the 2-year hot seat, I offered a challenge to the highest bidder. Whoever the highest bidder was, I would chug the bottle.
And why is it still full?
Because this is a different bottle. I chugged the entire bottle last night in about
right. Okay.
5
So this
seconds.
sounds like another challenge, then, John. So are we going to give Greg another chance at the to redeem himself? With the bottle and Greg.
I'm not drinking 2 full bottles of vodka back to back.
Sorry, that was the IPA speaking right there. That's because I had a lot more of the. You know what I'm saying? Like the more of the hops. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
He gets all tongue-tied once the champion gets into the room.
Really? You ain't the only bald motherfucker with the goatee up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Kent, the link is up. Just scroll up a bit if you want to jump in. If you want to, Matt, if you want to add the link.
Is he in there?
Yeah, Dutch is here.
Hey,
Jeff is here. Pickles.
Greg,
let's get Dutch in.
Yeah, come on, jump on in. We can get 10 people in this chat now.
I think.
Hey, Greg.
Let's just get everybody in. This is what it's all about.
I'll tell you what, guys.
I fucking love it. Let's go.
I need to go and answer the door. So I think we're going to have like a 1.5 minute break.
He wants to go take.
Well, I'm going to go and water my garden. Like you've been doing every couple of minutes.
Water the garden?
Yeah, but I'm trying not to let our viewers hear us water the garden.
Were you here the first time? John, were you here the first time when I went to go water the garden?
I was in the car.
I didn't tell them what I was doing.
Driving.
He goes, I think he's pouring a drink or water the garden. I don't know what he's doing right now. I didn't tell him what I was doing. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to ask. I was like,
the correct
I was like, raise my hand and go, hello, can I go to the bathroom? I didn't know what to say.
The correct term is there's somebody at the door.
What's up, Dutch?
What's up, man? Can you
tell you what,
shut him up?
1.5 minute break first, and then you 3 can go at it. I don't care. Just let me empty myself. Uno momento.
Oh, Matt,
empty. I'm gonna go grab another beer.
Door?
There is somebody at the door, Dutch. You've got it.
You better answer it, buddy.
Right.
Answer the door.
But I've worked my ass off to make this crazy little, midsection that I'm going to throw in right now because it's a really good way to cut our videos when we go to the barbecue pub club. What the fuck is Greg doing now? Right. 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. We'll be back.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Just in time.
I mean, literally just out.
Oh man. How do you like that, guys?
Very good.
Oh man, I was not expecting that to work.
Can you make that a little bit longer next time?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna
pushing it.
Maybe 2 minutes next time. A minute and a half is not
she
enough.
won't be seen until I turn the camera around.
So
I'm waiting for Greg to come back.
is Greg run away?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Careful now, Greg. We don't want to know what you're doing inside the house. We already know that you're watering the garden.
It takes
Can you hear me?
him.
Yeah, we can
It
hear you.
takes
Just
him
fine.
longer to pee.
Mm.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, he has to sit
dog.
down. That's right.
Uh-oh. What's he got now?
All right.
I have to sit down? What the fuck are you talking about, son? What is this shit?
Takes you longer to pee because you got to sit down.
I tell you
Hold on,
what,
Daddy.
guys, we
Check it out, Dad.
need to get more people in. So
Here
Facebook
Here we go, baby.
and YouTube. Let's get this link shared out a little bit. Let's see if we can get some more people in. Because I think it's about to get crazy.
Oh,
Greg,
man.
you just won my heart.
Thanks you. Thanks for sending it. I appreciate it.
No
I appreciate it.
No problem.
I appreciate it immensely.
So
You still need to go to beer chugging school because the teacher that is to hear on me, he schooled you.
Oh, bullshit. It was by like a millisecond. It was right behind his ass. Rewind the tapes. I want a replay.
I want to do a rematch. A rematch, yeah.
Oh, fuck yes, I do.
Oh, here we go.
I got a White Claw. I'm ready to go.
Oh, that doesn't even count.
Oh, look
shit.
at this.
You
Now,
just had a fucking Budweiser, which is like the fucking piss of God. I mean, seriously.
And you got a White Claw.
Welcome to the pub club, guys.
Dude,
White Claw,
It's like a glass of water.
that's
exactly
two punches
what
on
it
a
is.
man card,
It's
Greg.
like
You only have
diet
3
water.
left.
I just drank 4 boom sauces.
I think you're just making this an excuse,
Johnny,
Greg.
can you tell them what this is all about? Yeah. 7.8% alcohol.
Mags?
I've already drank
Mags.
fucking 4 of them. Hell yeah, I did.
Should I tell you
What
what's
do you
going
got?
to happen? You're going to have a very relaxed
Attaboy,
brisket
Dutch.
later on.
What is it?
This
the hot shit,
brisket's
Dutch?
going to get burnt like the last time.
You wake up, there's going to be just a small...
Hey,
It's going
Ryan,
to
Matt,
fall
you
asleep
didn't know
at
it
12
was gonna
o'clock,
turn
wake up
into a
at
shit
8.
show, did you?
No.
Oh, well, no, we see our show. We open the pub and we let it get
Turned
crazy.
into the shit show. Yes, it did. I can't get fucked up. I gotta cook
Hey,
a
I gotta
brisket
take
tonight.
off, guys. I'll keep watching, but I gotta bounce for now.
Hey,
Oh,
right, dude.
okay.
Johnny, what are you trying to do to me?
You said you wanted a rematch.
ooh.
I gotta cook a brisket tonight.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to do it a little bit more
wanna
dizzy
Uber to
than
my
you thought
house
you were
and
gonna
cook it
be.
with me?
Are you backing down?
You're so bald right now.
He's pissing crown at this point.
Are you
Why
backing
so
down?
bald? Why are you so bald? I didn't hear your answer. Are you calling for backup?
If you want to be the man, you have to beat the man.
Ooh.
Let's go.
some big talk.
2.
So you got your glass of water?
Yep. You ready?
Johnny, I reckon you give him a second head
Go.
start.
1, 2, 3, go.
He has actually got water. He's still beating Greg.
Who
He's
did
still beating.
Who did
This
it?
one here,
Tell me.
Last.
Who was it?
Mr. Mags.
John?
Mr.
on.
Mags.
There's favoritism in this motherfucker right here. I'm telling you right now.
It was close. It was close. Mr. Mags gave you a head start.
Because that shit was fast. That White Claw went down like, you know. White Claw ain't barbecue. I get it. but it's fun as shit. Damn. So wait, so Johnny's coming here next week, right?
He is
for a very special
next week
for our first responders. Did you guys? We talked about that earlier.
Sorry,
you guys alive?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're still recovering.
You guys there?
Yeah, we're
here.
Check 2.
So we're doing a cook for the Wakefield Police Department, which is Wakefield is a town that I live in Massachusetts, or just outside of Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get the biggest brisket we can find. It's probably gonna be somewhere between 20 and 25 pounds. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna throw that on, and we're also gonna get a big ass fucking bone-in pork butt. I got about a 10-pounder in my freezer. I'm gonna defrost that, and we're gonna do some ribs or potentially some pork belly burnettes. I haven't decided yet. Maybe both. I don't know. I got the green egg. I got this thing. And we'll see what we can do. But we're gonna serve Wakefield's finest. Gonna show some appreciation, some local appreciation for the boys in blue. And excuse me. That's kind of what we're gonna do. So we're gonna, Johnny, you have off next Friday? You're done Thursday, right? You're ready to go? You come right from work, right to my house. Bada bing, bada boom. What do you think?
Yeah. Yep. So what's your point on this whole thing?
We're gonna have a fucking good time.
Ooh.
And we're gonna do this chugging fucking shit that we're doing right now.
You're gonna have
live then.
Gonna do it
with
live.
These motherfuckers right here. We're gonna jump on and we're gonna do our thing.
I'll bring my weapon.
Listen, we all know you're a lightweight when it comes to boozing. You might be able to chug quickly, but can you chug for the whole length is the question. Can you do the laps?
So what you're saying, it's more.
I get you can get to the quarter mile quick, all right? But can you do the laps is the question.
I can see.
Oh, wait, hold on.
An endurance type
of
guy.
But...
Don't write checks your ass can't cash.
I'm ready. Let's go. Oh, it's going to be fun. Because it's going to be 4 of us. And like, so have like a blow-up mattress and then a pull-out couch. So there'll be only sleeping for 3.
Where is this going?
Only. Because the 4th is going to be doing what, Matt?
Covering for your ass.
Bullshit. Because the 4th is going to be the Pitmaster. That's number 4. 1, 2, 3 will be sleeping. Number 4 is the Pitmaster. So what are we doing? So it's going to be 2 down, 2 up. If you get 4 guys cooking a brisket,
we've already seen this movie.
It was a nightmare. It was like Friday the 13th. It was awful. I literally went to bed. I was like, oh, I get some sleep. This is gonna be fantastic. And then I'm like just getting asleep. I'm like just almost in REM, You can feel your body just slipping away. You feel the comfortableness. You feel like God coming in and taking you, and all of a sudden the door opens up. Bro, the meat is sizzling. Shit's fucked up. Wake up. I'm like, what? What? He goes, get up. He goes, filled through too much wood in. You gotta come. I go, shit. We run out there. We have now mind you, what do we have, right? A 250-gallon reverse flow lane and a 150-gallon reverse flow lane. next to each other. Two big trailer smokers, fucking full on wood, ready to go. And it was one dude was like, let's overstuff it and I'm going to bed. And then the next guy's shift, we'll worry about him. Well, guess what? Me and Johnny were him. Then
we woke up. Both pits are well over 400 degrees.
Ooh.
One actually has the fire on it because they had stacked wood on top of the firebox. That had caught fire. So there's literally a fire pit.
Fire on top of the firebox.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what we woke up to.
Oh my word.
100%. And I said, okay.
That's a next level shit show.
Question for you, Greg. What color purse do you wear while you drink that?
It's not a matter of what color purse I wear. It's if I'm wearing underwear or not.
What is it?
And the answer is no.
Well, any good woman will not be wearing underwear.
Touche, pussycat.
Greg, what is it?
Drink your food.
What are you drinking?
Come back and talk to us later.
What is this thing? Arctic
is it water?
Sunshine? Arctic summer? Whatever. Doesn't even
He's
matter.
throwing cans.
Uh-oh.
I love cans. Let's go. Look at my dog just waiting for fucking rabbits. Let's go, Rusty. Rusty! Where is he? Get him. Look at him. My dog's like, if there's bunnies, I want him. He guards he guards the garden, my dog.
If he catches them.
You know, I got lettuce, shit, peppers growing, tomatoes, all nice stuff growing in my garden. This dog
if he catches them, are you cooking them?
Streets of Puerto Rico. Right there. He's a Sado street dog, 6 months old, rescued. I find him in a house that I'm selling because I'm a realtor, as you know. Selling a house closer to Boston from where I live, in between where I live in Boston. And I found the dog in there. I didn't find him. It was more like the owner's dog, but like one of the mom passed and the dad was in assisted living and the daughter was trying to find a home. And I came along and I had the buyer for the house. And then I was like, oh, cute dog, you know, blah, blah, blah. This dog came up to me and like, just came right up to me, like, looked at me like this, like, hello. And I was like, hey, dog. And he like backed up into me and he looked up at me. He's like, he like said, he didn't really talk, obviously, but he said to me, take me home. It was the weirdest thing. I said to the realtor, this dog just talked to me. He goes, oh, yo, the dog talked to you? Yeah, what did he say? It's making fun of me, you know? And I was like, it's not really what he said. It's just this feeling I got. It's just take me home as if he's available. Some weird thing. And he goes, it's weird. He goes, he might be available. And he put me in contact with a daughter, and she told me she's been trying to find a home for him. And boom, there he is. He's one of my biggest barbecue critics. This dog right here. If I cook shitty barbecue, he won't eat it. I kid you not.
And he pisses on all your equipment.
He pisses on everything. If I put any smoke or he'll pee on it, but he won't eat shitty barbecue. It's the weirdest thing. He won't eat shitty barbecue.
He tells me
if it's shitty or not.
He pisses on your
God bless
barbecue
you,
and then he don't eat it.
Love you, buddy.
He knows what happens. He's like, yeah, I ain't going near that.
So
I know what happened to that stuff.
Oh, cider,
so
that's
Johnny,
funny.
Yo.
Hey, 1984 called. They want their blue blockers back.
These are from these are 2020 Carreras. Are you kidding me? Come on. All right. I love blue blockers. It ain't a secret. All right. My uncle wore them. He was a pimp. All right. Love the blue blockers. The only thing about these is they don't fold like the old Ferraris. Remember the Ferraris went into the little zip bag? You know what I'm talking about, Johnny? Come on, you know you've seen those.
I've had these all my life. I don't wear sunglasses other than my regular ones.
Wait, those aren't transition lenses?
Hell no.
You don't have transitions when the sun comes out? No?
No.
Oh, we have a cider.
What do I know?
Oh, a cider coming in. Oh, here we go.
Hey.
What do you mean? What have we done now?
Who's that?
Hello,
What's
dude.
up, Cider?
All right, dude. God, this is one of the funniest ones I think I've seen. You're all sat there on the big screen over here. Look. My missus is sat here pissing her
Yeah,
water.
look at that.
Wait,
We're in the
who's
back.
that? Is that John Stewart?
Hey,
Wait,
Who
is that?
That's Cider. Cider, Greg Cider.
There you
Oh,
go.
Here's John.
What's up, bro?
you're all right. You did accept me on your, I think it was your YouTube or your Facebook or whatever it was this afternoon. Or this afternoon, your morning, I suppose.
Dad just put his pickles
I
down.
the question. I couldn't hear it.
Sorry.
Broke up.
That's a good one.
What did you say?
He's put Dutchy has put his pickles down.
That is a riot.
Dutchy,
What did he say? I can't hear him.
Hey. Dear me.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Charlie's got to come in.
I can hear you now. Yep.
No, get the hair out your ears. You'll be fine.
Huh?
Good old boys. Look at them. Hey, I thought the odd one out. Hang on, let's take me out off. I'm nearly there now. Look.
Ah, I got you.
You all caught up now?
Right.
Now.
I'm going to put the link back in the chat. We can get up to 10 people in this chat now.
What did you say, Johnny? I can't hear him. John, what did you say?
He's doing a lap. He's doing a lap.
Am I freezing up?
No, you're just getting drunk.
No, he's not.
Okay, he's already drunk.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of the show? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, good old boy.
I'm with him.
Cheers.
So wait. Cheers, motherfucker. Shit. Let's go.
And
Cheers, guys.
cheers. Man, there.
Yeah, I'm
There,
drinking
you-
fucking clear liquids right now.
What is that stuff?
all I have
Anyway?
left.
I've never seen beer that coloured before.
John's making fun of
Not
me.
beer, it's fizzy
Thanks,
water.
John, partner in crime, buddy, pal,
Yeah.
dude.
There's no way that's alcohol. What is it? Is it just like tonic water or something? Fizzy water?
What?
Whatever you're drinking.
What are you saying right now?
What are you drinking?
Holy
It
spirit.
looks like fizzy fucking shit.
That's
There you go.
Summer's Eve stuff you're drinking.
It's fucking lemonade, isn't it?
Holy
Who even
spirit.
knows what it is? It's got alcohol in it. That's all I know.
Nah, not a chance.
Not a chance.
It's not got any fucking alcohol in that.
It's good.
Huh?
I mean,
if it tastes
look,
good, that's
it's,
all that
it's
matters. You know?
Saturday. I'm
It's
on the
Friday.
Is it Friday?
Yeah, it's
Damn.
Friday.
It's
Oh,
Friday.
Oh, Maggie, well done, mate.
Friday. Things are good.
Oh man.
I got my barbecue
Yeah.
fucking boys here. Are you kidding me? What else could I want right now? I got family inside, which I'm glad they're there. Just stay the fuck there. I love you. Please stay inside. I got my boys right here. This is fucking what I want. I got cigar. I got cigar. I got clear liquids.
Piss water.
I have marijuanas in my garden. I'm happy.
Marijuanas.
I'm happy.
Oh,
I'm happy. What else is there? What else is? I'm cooking a brisket in about 4
Ryan
hours. I'm
shaking
throwing
his head.
on.
It's like shit. We're gonna have
How
to
is
cut
life
all of
bad
this
right now?
Keep up
Life
club.
is good. Nothing's
We're
perfect.
just,
but
we're
for
just
now,
sat there
life
like
is
writing
good
down
for the next-
times to
at
chop.
least the next 12 hours. I go in like 12-hour periods. Dude, life is shitty. Life is good. Life is shitty. Life is
You're
good.
fine.
Right?
Relax.
I'm in the life is
always
good
good.
period right now.
Oh, I think we can tell.
What's all this got to do with barbecue?
This is
it doesn't. There's nothing to do with barbecue now.
Bit. This
is the pub club. This is the after scenes.
I thought we turned into the chili club earlier.
Yeah, I thought
Cheers anyway, brothers. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Ryan.
Very
Cheers, young'uns. God, dear.
You've got to stop waving that clear water around, Greg.
It's got alcohol in it, regardless.
It hasn't. There is no way that's got alcohol in it.
So this is what it's like to be part of the gang, huh?
Absolutely right.
Yippee.
We got to pick on someone.
Let's go. I got fucking landscapers behind me mowing the lawn, so if it's loud.
And you've got weird nudists over the other side.
Shit.
Take the camera over the other side.
Okay.
Tinky winky.
Cider's got it.
What did he say?
Yeah, I got that series over there, hasn't it?
Little man over the other side of the fence.
Your neighbor.
Oh, this guy over here?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
He's on the same page now.
Yeah, he hasn't come out in a while. I think he knows I'm talking about him.
It's because you shouted his name over the fence at him.
Fucking honeymoon. Oh, what is it called? The bachelor party.
Ryan.
Hello.
Challenge you to a barbecue squid. Or octopus.
I saw what you guys done.
Yes.
That was lovely. That was lovely. I must admit.
Yeah, I tell you what, that looked really, really good. What you and Simon and
what I remember of like doing with them, because we'd had a few by the end of the evening. And old Mike, he's just fallen asleep anywhere, and he was there. So I think don't have you. Are you friends on Facebook with Mike Saunders?
No.
Oh, funny. He just collapsed round the fire.
Oops.
Really funny. Yeah, we were drinking proper Hedger's cider. We were drinking.
All right.
Bloody lovely, that is. Really good stuff. Strong.
Yeah, I bet.
Relation of Simon Dyer's makes it, so it has to be pretty good.
Question for our two American friends now, John.
Is it cider? You said it's a cider.
Cider.
This is talking about cider. Now I've got a London accent, right?
Sounds pretty strong.
Right.
I'm drinking Zima. You hear a Zima?
Cider has a West Country accent. I'm not sure what sort of accent Matt's got, to be honest.
It's a bit of a hybrid from the West and the South.
Come on,
the East, mate.
Johnny, Zima, Purple Passion. Remember Purple Passion?
Yeah, Ryan's in the middle of a thought. Shut your mouth for a minute.
Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah.
I know you got me.
Man.
I was just gonna say, right? So
I'm breaking up.
My accent.
Can't hear anybody.
Cider.
Sorry.
And Matt. Who has got the weirdest accent for you two?
He's just moving his mouth without being able to say anything.
Out of us two?
No, out of us three. The English guys, so me being the guy from around London, and then those two coming from the West Country, shall we say. One is the West Country than the other. Which accent
breaking up?
Ranges to you?
Cider County.
Oh, mine.
No, not you. I know you guys sound the same, but I'm kind of used to your accent now. I can understand you two.
What's that?
Pardon?
Getting windy where I am. I think the rain's coming in. I feel wetness.
You'll find out.
Anyway, John, who has the weirdest accent out of the three English guys? Myself.
Go ahead, honey. Go ahead. You want milk?
As in weirdest?
Cider's going to take this for the win.
I don't think so.
I ain't got a weird accent, have I?
No, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's one that people
It's
don't
different.
hear very
it's
often.
a different accent than you normally hear from someone from the UK.
That's covering proper.
Proper West Country.
Soda country accent.
Yeah.
So if you think about the UK, you've got London, and then you've got the West Country.
Fucking twisted.
Next bit, which sticks down basically south.
That's all I know.
West. That's where
You guys cooking anything or what?
It's dark.
Nothing?
That's it.
It's fucking. It's nearly 4th of July for us.
Yeah, it's nearly the 4th of July. For
Rusty, what are you cooking?
20 minutes away.
Cooking something, Rusty? Let's go. Johnny, you cooking anything today? Tomorrow?
Whatever's in the fridge, I don't know. It's just some chicken, sausage. Who knows? All types of bags of goodies in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So what is a typical cook for
All
the 4th of
types
July
of goodies.
Yeah, I was going to say, but yeah, good
We
question.
missed that question. I was going to ask that, but it sort of all didn't.
I think I have to nap. I think I might have to nap before the brisket cook tonight.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're going to have to.
Give me a long one by myself.
I think that might be a good decision.
Right?
Yeah,
It's a long one. What time is it now?
You're a trooper. You'd be
I've been on my
fine.
phone the whole time.
20 of
What
7.
time is it?
20 of 7.
20 of 7. So let's work in reverse. I'd like to have the brisket off by 8. Because then I can sleep for a few hours before I go to the party, you know? I can put the brisket in the oven at about 170, let it rest. So I'm thinking maybe should I put it on by like 10?
Yeah.
9, 10?
10.
I think 10 at the latest. I'm gonna marinate in. I'm not marinate, but
You're already marinating.
Right?
Marinate. All right.
Right.
I have a salt, pepper, garlic ratio that I put together. I'm gonna use that, and we're gonna rub it and trim it and rub it within a 45-minute period of putting it on the smoker. I'm gonna put it on a 10.
Greg.
So that means I got to take a nap for a couple hours before I put that on.
Then go take a nap.
Johnny's
gonna
trying
be a
to
while.
kick him off.
Go nighty-night.
Nighty nights.
Go
I'm not
get
quite
your
ready.
blankie.
I'm not quite.
Have a get your little baba and go take a little nap before you put your brisket on.
I'm not quite ready yet.
I think.
Says every kid on the face of this planet. I don't want to go to bed.
I think he's got one more in him.
Still gonna light a few
he's got
fireworks
one more
before I go
go
to
at
bed.
necking that drink.
Illegally. Yeah, you heard it here. Illegally, it's gonna happen. I got sparklers. That's all I got.
Got what?
I don't even have fireworks. I got sparklers.
Sparklers.
Wait, you want me to get one? You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hold on. Ready? I'm gonna go get
Oh
one.
my god! Someone call 911 now.
Hold on a second.
Get the fire department ready
Here we
now.
What's he doing?
Oh, it's freaking happening. Oh, it's happening.
I can hear it.
Oh.
What is that?
That's what I'm drinking in the afternoon.
No.
I tell you what, Greg. You say that sandwich was hot.
Back up.
I reckon if you try and put that out with your tongue, I think that'll be hotter.
No, I don't think that's a good idea at all.
What is that?
It's not
Oh, shit.
That's not a sparkler. That's a full-on firework.
What's the hell of a sparkler?
It's like 5 of them
Look at
in it
this.
all together.
They
I
fucking
can hold
make
up my butt cheeks if you want. No,
USA, I know
I won't
that.
do that. That is a different show. That is
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
What?
if you
This is doing
Fucking
different
hell.
shit than I remembered. But look at this shit right here.
That's not a sparkler. That's fucking dangerous.
God bless America. I don't know. John, say something.
Perhaps that's a good
John,
disclaimer.
Say something.
Just remember, don't use fireworks whilst drinking.
No. It wasn't sparkler.
Mind your dog, don't step on it.
Yeah, put it in some water.
That's the fun right there. That's
just
all I got.
you know that like piss water you've been
John,
drinking. Just put it in the end of that.
You're in New Hampshire where fireworks are legal. Live free or die.
That's right.
They're illegal where you are, Johnny.
Oh, they're legal.
Oh,
here
legal.
in New Hampshire. Yeah.
Oh, they're not
They're
legal where Greg
illegal
is?
in Massachusetts.
Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Your point?
No,
So
that's just weird.
Why?
Am I in Massachusetts?
Why are they illegal in Massachusetts?
Because Massachusetts
has laws.
It's a fair
There
point.
you go.
Laws.
We've been told they have laws.
apparently.
Hi.
Why do they have laws?
Because Massachusetts likes to suck the fun out of life.
They like to make laws. It's just not fun.
That's why I left.
I'm leaving.
Just what? Just for fireworks?
Here I come.
No.
To move into a beautiful house.
I need to have a big smoker
somewhere
in my backyard. But no, I got a trampoline. Oh yeah, let's have a trampoline in my backyard. I'd rather have a smoker than a trampoline.
Greg, how does that work? You got to show us.
How about the swing set?
Sorry,
How about the swing set of the
don't get him
trampoline?
going.
I'd rather have a 500-gallon smoker in my backyard. All right? That's what I want.
Talking about
That's what I really want. Not a trampoline, not a swing set, not a deck, a 500-gallon propane tank. That's what I want.
but it all almost gone full circle now, coming back to the beginning of the show when we were talking about family and having a
Anyway, gentlemen,
is a necessity.
So I have to get rolling because I'm
He's
like
gotta
actually
go-
on
he's
dad
gotta go
duty right now
night-night.
because my wife left an hour ago and my kids are inside and I'm kind of like on call right now.
Jesus Christ.
So I gotta get rolling.
Greg, man.
Sorry to
I wish
end
you
the party, at least on my end. I gotta roll.
So you're not going to go on the trampoline and show us how it works?
What's that?
I said you're not going on the trampoline and show us how it works.
Oh man!
Show you how what works.
How the trampoline works.
Go take care of the kids.
I gotta take care of the kids before I can't take care of myself. So
I think that's a bit too late, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But hey, Ryan, Matt, thanks for having me on, brothers. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by, Greg.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome, man.
You've been entertaining, Greg. You've had me in stitches. Nice on you.